From the exciting new dance pavilion at spectacular Knott's Berry Farm in Buena Park, California, here are your hosts, Laura Branigan and the legendary Chuck Berry.
Thank you. And welcome to 2 solid hours of fun, music, and memories. We're going to turn the rock and roll clock back to the 50s.
Oh, you're too young for the... And anyway, on into the 60s and 70s and 80s.
That's right, all the way back to the 80s. Chuck, how about we get this rock rolling right now?
All right.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I can't think of a better rocker to open our show than our first guest. His credentials as a rock and roll pioneer are legendary.
That's fantastic. Who are you talking about?
Don't be so modest.
Oh, I thought you was talking about me.
He's been one of the most significant creative forces in rock and roll. The Beatles named him as one of their early influences. He was there at the beginning. He's a giant star to this very day. Ladies and gentlemen, the legend, Chuck Berry.
Thank you, Laura. Is that all right? Thank you.
You are fantastic.
Oh.
My. You said it.
Wonderful bunch. Dynamite.
What was it like, Chuck? I mean, at the beginning, when rock and roll was just a wee little baby.
It was fantastic. Just fantastic, really, Laura.
I wish I could have been there.
Yeah, you're too young. You're too young. Let's hear from a man who was there. Ladies and gentlemen, America's greatest living teenager, Dick Clark.
And if you were lucky, you ran into some very talented guys under the boardwalk. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the Drifters. Our next guests had their first rock hit back in 1958. Along with the Supremes, they are one of the most successful female singing groups of the rock era.
And I've had the pleasure of working with these ladies many times. Welcome to Sherelle.
Now, if you had a hot date in the 50s, you might have driven one of those gas guzzlers down to the beach, or a drive-in, or an amusement park.
And that's still true today. In fact, just like beautiful Knott's Berry Farm. But in the 50s, amusement park meant 2 things: Palisades Park and Freddie Cannon. Picture this. It's a beautiful summer night in 1959. You get all dressed up. Your boyfriend picks you up in his convertible, and you are headed for an uptown evening.
And that means you are heading for the Drifters.
How do you follow one of the best male singing groups of the 50s with one of the best female singing groups of the 50s? And here they are again, the Shirelles. They sure had some good time rock and roll back in the 50s. Funny you should mention that, Dick, because our next guest was the first act ever to perform at the Whiskey A Go-Go in the 60s. And while the whiskey is now just a part of history, here's the man himself to recreate the feeling, the mood, and the music from a great era, Johnny Rivers.
Frisbee. Everywhere you went in the 60s, people were doing this.
That's right, Chuck, especially at the beach. A Frisbee, some suntan lotion, a radio playing some great 60s rock and roll, and Jan and Dean. It was a very popular beach city in the 60s. And if you were there, you heard a classic sound by our next performers. The place, Surf City. Who else but Jan and Dean?
And the rock keeps rolling on.
Our next guests were born in England and first hit the American rock charts during the British invasion of the early 60s. Would you welcome again Mr. Stewart and Mr. Clyde?
Chad and Jeremy.
Chad and Jeremy and all the other talented rock and rollers who invaded America during the British invasion of the 60s followed the lead of 4 young men from Liverpool, England. The 4 Mop Tops, as they were first known, not only changed the course of music, but also the way we dressed and even the way we combed our hair. Once they exploded on the scene, nothing was ever to be the same again. Rock rolls on, pays tribute now to John, Paul, George, and Ringo, the Beatles!
The Pet Rock. Nice, Laura, huh?
Real nice, Dick. But we were into a whole different kind of rock in the 70s.
Yeah, they go by the name of Three Dog Night.
When I first heard this next band play in the 70s, the rock and roll rumor mill said they were European.
I heard they were from Venezuela.
Well, the truth is they came right out of America's heartland with their own brand of great rock and roll.
You got that right. Cheap Trick!
And while Billie Jean and Bobby were hammering out on the court, this band was turning out hit after hit. 15 top 20 hits in the 70s and hot again in the 80s.
Do it again. Three Dog Night! Hey, everybody! What's the name of this show? Hooray!
That's right, with Rick Nielsen, John Brandt, Robin Zander, and Buddy Carlos.
And here they are again, Cheap Trick!
Dynamic international star with a powerful voice and a great string of hit records. I might also add she happens to be a very beautiful lady and one of our co-hosts for the night. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Laura Branigan.
Or you can stay. You choose your life. You're free to fly. Go on and fly. Try to
Welcome back, Laura Branigan.
Against a new tomorrow, so I guess I'll just believe it. Tomorrow never comes. I said night. I'm living in the forest of a dream. I know the night is not as it would seem. I must believe in something, so I'll make myself believe it. This night will never go. Against a new tomorrow, so I guess I'll just believe it. Tomorrow never knows. I said night. I'm living in the forest of a dream. I know the night is not as it would seem. I must believe in something, so I'll make myself believe it. This night will never go.
Every decade has had its dance crazes.
Let's all welcome back Human League. As long as rock and roll is played anywhere in the world, this man will be there. Mr. Chuck Berry!
Thank you, Laura. Thank you.
Dick, I had a wonderful time. It was a great show.
It was fun, wasn't it?
Sure was. And I'd like to thank all our guests, the Drifters,
Yeah.
Johnny Rivers, Kid Trick, Janet Dean, Mr. Rose, Read All Night, X, the Human League, Freddie Cannon, and of course, my fabulous co-host, Mr. Chuck Berry!
Bless you. Thank you, folks.
Good night. All right.